Welcome to the Recruitment Edge HR Conversation Series. We all get that trust is important, but many leaders in their organisations only concern themselves with topics like trust, authenticity, integrity and ethics when it's too late. Today we welcome David Penglase. David is a behavioural scientist with degrees in business and human resource development, an MBA, a master's degree in professional ethics and Master of Science degree in applied positive psychology. The CEO of Chan McLeod, Peter Atchison, says, "In my experience, David is Australia's leading advisor to senior executives on building trust." In this HR conversation with David Penglase, we explore the real benefits of trust-based leadership and culture. David, why do you think trust is such an important topic for leaders and their teams in the current work environment?
Yeah, whether it's the current work environment or really it's been forever, we all get that trust is important. And it's probably not so much trust, it's trustworthiness. Are we worthy of other people's trust? And what we know from the science is that trust speeds up everything because it's about relationships. We get so caught up with all the technical stuff, the disruption and all the things that can take us away from at the end of the day, and this is the key, that trust matters because relationships matter. And I know we all get that, but there's very few leaders, if you ask them, what do you do to create a culture of trust? They can't really nail that answer. And that's the answer that they need to be able to nail.
And especially now during this pandemic that we're having globally, people are working remotely, people are unsettled, we don't trust our governments, there's just so many issues. So we really do need to go back to fundamentals and basics and trust again.
Yeah, and the key to that is that it's not so much leaders worrying about, am I trustworthy? It's people are worried about, who do I trust, full stop. And that's because of all the things that you've just explained. So the question that leaders need to ask is, how do I create the right kind of culture so that people want to come and work with us, that our clients want to work with us, and that they know that we can be trusted, that we are worthy of other people's trust.
But trust starts with a leader, right?
Well, trust starts with all of us, but of course it starts with leader. But I look at trust in three different lenses, Tanya. The first lens is self-trust. So if we don't have the confidence in who we are, what we are and why we are, then trust falls over. And then there's another lens, and that's the lens of trusting others. You know, do we have that propensity to trust other people? See, as soon as we do, we take a risk. And so therefore, through this lens, we need to look at courage, but also collaboration. And then the third lens, which most of us focus on most of the time, is the lens of earning others' trust. And this is about a combination of our character, our competence, but the consistency in which we demonstrate our character and competence as well. So if I was to give any advice to any leader, it would be this: be consistent in the way that you demonstrate your competence, but also your character, and people will trust you more.
David, you write and speak a lot about authenticity. What's the connection between trust and authenticity?
Yeah, you know, one of my flaws, none of us are perfect, but one of my flaws is I just don't like fake people. I find it a real challenge, and I think most of us are like that, and most of us also think that we can pick up fake fairly quickly. And so authenticity isn't just about vulnerability. And there's a lot of talk about the authentic leader and the authentic this and the authentic that. But the connection between authenticity and trust comes back to this lens that we were talking about earlier on, about this: how do we earn others' trust? And authenticity comes in the consistency within which we demonstrate our character and our competence. So am I vulnerable enough? Am I authentic enough? Am I caring enough? Am I truthful enough? Do I have the integrity to be able to hold my space, especially in the face of adversity? There's a wonderful book by Henry Cloud. You might have read it, Tanya. It's called Integrity. And in this book, Henry Cloud says this: whenever we talk about integrity, we must talk about results. And so this connection between authenticity and trust, and all these other topics that I talk around about ethics and integrity, is all the way through this it's not a soft topic. It's about results. And so the connection between authenticity, trust, integrity, ethics, all of these things are connected and all of them impact results.
Thanks, David. Really valuable insights. Trust does matter, doesn't it? We look forward to hearing more insights from David in part 2 of this HR conversation around trust-based leadership and culture. Until next time,